Hello everybody, how you all doing? My name is Rafael and thank you for watching today's video. Today I want to talk about the Chameleon and the huge buff that it got in phase 2 of the PTS title update 10. What this buff actually does for the Chameleon is it's increased the damage of the weapon by 32.8%, so by almost 33%, which is a huge number. I don't remember seeing another weapon being buffed so much, at least not that I remember of. And they also added another aspect of the talent that it had, which now allows you to keep the stacks that you had in combat when you exit combat. So what it does pretty much, if you have never played with a Chameleon, if you shoot for example at the body at 60 body shots, you get an 80% weapon damage increased for 45 seconds, right? So if you enter combat and you get, let's say, 45 stacks, and then you exit combat, as soon as you exit combat, those stacks are gonna stay there. You're not gonna lose them as you would before this change, which is actually pretty good because I really enjoyed playing with a Chameleon back in the day when it was first introduced, but as soon as I actually got to playing on heroic difficulty, I realized that a lot of other weapons are much better than the Chameleon. And another big issue with it was the main reason that other weapons were better than it was because of the damage, right? So what they did with this patch, they actually increased the damage, so they tried to fix that issue, and they also tried to fix the second issue that I was dealing with, which was a lot of times I was actually entering combat, I was starting to fight with other enemies, and as soon as I actually got my stacks, all three of my stacks to max, and I had very fast reload speed and a lot of weapon damage and critical hit chance and critical hit damage, I would just like complete the combat. So to say, I would just kill everybody and then I would exit combat and I would lose all my stack. So it wasn't useful for like small fights, so to say. It was good if you were like trying to get a control point or something like that, but as soon as you started to actually use it on missions, you would realize that the combats that you were entering, they weren't lasting that long for the Chameleon talent to actually take place and start doing a lot more damage than you were supposed to, right? Because Chameleon is all about proccing your talent. That's at least how I see it. If you can proc your talent quick, then you're gonna melt things with it. And I also, the main reason that I really enjoyed Chameleon was because it offered you the chance, it offered you the ability to not invest all your core attributes to weapon damage, right? You could go with hybrid builds, and when I'm talking about hybrid builds, I'm talking only for damage and armor, because you could like invest 2, let's say, core attributes or even 3 core attributes to armor, so you would get a lot more armor, and at the same time you would proc your talent, which would grant you 80% increased weapon damage, which would like make up for not having 6, let's say, core attributes of weapon damage, right? So I really enjoyed playing with it on challenging difficulty, but as I told you already, as soon as I start playing on heroic, I realized that the base weapon damage of the Chameleon was pretty low, so it wasn't really worth using it. But now, after I used it a little bit on the PTS, I didn't really try to go for any like very crazy build, so I just put some armor and kill pieces there and some armor pieces and some blue core attributes, and then I equipped my Chameleon and I just start playing. And I have to tell you, the 32.8% increased weapon damage is really noticeable. You see a big difference and you're killing enemies quite fast, I would say. But what's even more important is that new like little thing that they added to its talent, that you don't lose your stacks as soon as you exit combat, and that was like the most important thing for me in this like change that they did to that weapon. I mean, of course the weapon damage increase also helps a lot, but for me I really like the new buff, because as I told you, if you wanted to complete missions with it, you would never like get all 3 of your stacks to full, because you would simply not enter a fight that would last that long, right? So I think that the Chameleon is going to be a pretty good weapon to use when the title update 10 drops, with a hybrid build that both offers a lot of armor and armor on kill, and also very high weapon damage. I already have a couple of ideas for builds that I want to go with, but I'm gonna wait for the title update 10 to drop, and then I'm gonna move on to creating those builds and making videos on them, because right now things can change to the things that we're playing with on the PTS, and I don't want to show a build that it's gonna be like deleted or not introduced to the normal servers 2 or 3 days after my video goes on YouTube. So yeah, anyways, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to drop a like and to subscribe for more. I really appreciate all the support that you guys have been showing to me the last couple of weeks. I have seen a huge growth on my channel, and I really appreciate it. I want to thank you a lot. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.